Confronting our state's painful history as we mark Juneteenth, even after slaves were freed, blacks faced constant violence, persecution, and lynchings.
593 African Americans were lynched in Georgia between the years 1877 and 1950, according to the Equal Justice Initiative. And those are just the murders that were reported.
New at 6, Tracy Hutchins explains how this victim is being remembered in Gwinnett County. Tracy.
Well, Sean and Rick, there are very few memorials to the thousands of lynching victims across the country, but those men, women, and children are being memorialized, including Charles Hale. I want to make sure to say his name. Charles Hale was murdered in Lawrenceville Square. And a warning, these images are disturbing.
Here, at the center of Lawrenceville, a father, a husband, a son. A black man was lynched, murdered by a white mob.
So we have a collective responsibility to ensure that people are aware of the atrocity that took place here in 1911, the lynching of Mr. Charles Hale.
The body of Charles Hale was photographed hanging from a light pole in Lawrenceville Square. Hale had been pulled by the mob from a jail cell and lynched after he was accused of assaulting a prominent married white woman. The graphic picture turned into a postcard. The Gwinnett Remembrance Coalition on a mission to memorialize Charles Hale.
No one has been brought to justice for the lynching, and we do not want Mr. Charles Hale to be forgotten. We owe it to him, his family, and to everyone.
On Saturday, soil from the site of Hale's lynching will be collected and placed in a glass jar alongside the soil taken from sites of hundreds of other lynchings across the country.
These are open cases, these are cold cases, and there's no finality, there's no closure if we don't acknowledge these crimes.
The Equal Justice Initiative has been collecting these jars for the National Memorial for Peace and Justice in Montgomery, Alabama.
It's a confrontation because you are confronted with truth in a visual way that is undeniable. For all I know, some of the very dirt we dug was there. What if this dirt could talk?
If we do not acknowledge the atrocities, the wrongs, the racial violence, injustice, we are doomed, absolutely doomed for it to continue to repeat itself.
Now, Charles Hale's life will be commemorated by clergy, proclamations from Lawrenceville City Council and Gwinnett County Commissioners. That ceremony, again, if you'd like to attend, it's Saturday, 10 a.m. in Lawrenceville Square near the courthouse. Sean?
Tracy, it's great that they're doing that. Well, the day commemorating the end of slavery in the U.S. is a step closer to becoming a federal holiday after a vote in the Senate yesterday. It still must pass in the House before going to President Biden.